It's very easy to make mistakes when you type code, and these mistakes in your code are often called bugs. And this task will show you a few common mistakes that you might make. Okay, let's start with the title tag. Let's see what happens when I misspell title in the start tag. You'll notice that this doesn't produce too serious an error. Now our title appears at the top of our page. Okay, but we get a much more serious error if we misspell our title end tag. Suddenly our entire page disappears. And the same thing would happen as if we left off our title end tag altogether. Now the reason for this is because if your web browser doesn't see the title end tag, then it assumes all the code on your page is the title, and so nothing appears on the web page. Okay, another common mistake is to misspell attributes. So for example, if on our link tag I misspelled style sheet, left off one of the E's, suddenly there's no styling on my page. So if you see the styling disappear from your page, you know there's a problem, or more than likely there's a problem with your link tag. The same would happen if you misspelled the file name. Suddenly you'd lose your styling. Okay, another common mistake is to leave the exclamation mark off the doc type. Now, if you get the doc type wrong, you'll notice it doesn't really have a big impact on your page, but you might notice a small impact. It's changing the size of my heading, which is quite interesting. Finally, let's look at the heading tag. As you'll see, heading tags start with a start tag and must have an end tag. If we delete the end tag, you'll notice all of our code becomes a heading. The same happens if we mistakenly use a backslash instead of a forward slash. All of our code becomes a heading. And finally, what happens if I mistakenly use H2 for the end tag instead of H1? You'll notice my web page looks exactly the same. But as noted by this red cross here, this is an error in your code, and so it's best that you fix it and change it back to H1.